important to him. I honestly am so tired of hearing him talking about retiring. Go on your punch of karma fast. Go and do whatever it is you want to do. Just please go away. I personally feel like I have let myself down by getting sucked into Aaron Rodgers for the last 2 years.
Chris Canty and Chris Carlin are Canty and Carlin. Don't miss them weekdays on ESPN Radio and on ESPN Plus. Keyshawn Johnson, Jay Williams, and Max Kellerman.
I don't wear shoes when I'm in. I don't wear shoes really when I'm in LA unless I go to dinner.
You got the beach shorts on.
And even when I go to dinner, I mean, depending on where I go, I may put on shoes. But other than that, for the most part,
up to Nobu and the Jesus sandals.
For sure, 100%. T-shirt and shorts. Man, I'm not dressing up for nothing. When I dress up, people be like, "We going to a wedding?" I'm like, "Cause that's just me, man."
GJ and Max, followed by Greeny. Mornings on ESPN Radio and on the ESPN app. Mike Greenberg is Greeny.
Steph Curry, if this goes the way Stephen A. is talking about, is going to retire with a really interesting resume. Those of us who are as old as I am will never be able to say he's a better player than Magic Johnson, but if you just put their resumes head-to-head against each other, Steph Curry has a chance to retire with one of the great resumes in the history of the sport with no exceptions.
Greeny with Mike Greenberg. Weekday mornings at 10 Eastern on ESPN Radio and watch exclusively on ESPN Plus. The Hoop Collective Podcast.
They shoot 68% as a team, 75% from three-point range. They scored 40 points to the Warriors 16. The Warriors went 8 minutes without scoring a basket on this floor where they were undefeated in the postseason. And by the way, Peyton Pritchard played 8 minutes of that fourth quarter. Marcus Smart only played 3 minutes. I was wondering whether Ime Udoka was going to take him out.
The Hoop Collective Podcast. Listen on the ESPN app or wherever you listen to podcasts. This is Bart and Hahn.
He says, I've been saying this for a while. Nobody has paid attention. Yeah. So the fact that I'd be willing to walk away right now shouldn't surprise you.
You get a lot of burnout. You get a lot of burnout. I'm assuming when you play at the level he plays and trains at the level he trains. Listen, remember, he was a little chubby when he came in. This dude has an 8-pack. He's 280.
Tremendous shape.
Body, you know what I mean? And that takes a level of commitment that, like Tom Brady, can burn you out and take you out. The difference about Tom Brady, he doesn't have the physical pain because he's not getting double teamed and hit every single play. And maybe he's saying, hey, I'd rather get out because at the end of the day, at his 7 All-Pros in less than 8 years has never been done before. So he's already a first ballot Hall of Famer as far as his resume.
So he's letting the Rams know, in a nutshell.
But get them picks, give me some money.
If you want me to stay motivated to play, something needs to be done.
Bart and Hahn. Weekdays at noon Eastern on ESPN Radio and on ESPN Plus. SportsCenter All Night. Here's Chris Lewis.
SportsCenter All Night on ESPN Radio, the ESPN app, presented by Progressive Insurance. Best week ever, 7 a.m. Eastern. We'll have more on the top headlines, especially going into NBA Finals Game 2, Sunday. 8 o'clock Eastern with 7 p.m. Eastern, NBA Countdown right here on ESPN Radio. World number 1, Iga Swiatek rolled past 18-year-old American phenom Coco Gauff 6-1, 6-3 to earn her second major title, extend her win streak to 35 consecutive matches. It's tied with Venus Williams for the longest streak on the WTA Tour since the start of 2000. And regardless of gender, the only players with the longer win streak at the tour level since the start of 2000 are Novak Djokovic and Roger Federer. On the other end, at 18 years old, Gauff was the youngest woman to reach the major final since 17-year-old Maria Sharapova at 2004 Wimbledon. And she was the youngest American woman to reach a major final since 17-year-old Serena Williams at the 1999 U.S. Open. After the match, she mentioned she had no regrets.
Today, I really tried my best to win, and obviously I would change the result, but the decisions that I made, I thought were the right decisions in the moment, and I can't really change that.
That was Coco Gauff. After the match, Rafael Nadal will be appearing in his 30th major final, one shy of Roger Federer and Novak Djokovic for the most in tennis history. Nadal's 13-0 record at the French Open is the most by any man in a single major since the Open era began in 1968. His opponent will be 8th-seeded Casper Ruud, who's the first Norwegian man to reach a Grand Slam final in the Open era. Kevin Na, a 5-time winner on the PGA Tour, announced on Saturday that he has resigned from the tour, doing so rather than face potential discipline and or legal action for playing in the rival Live Golf Invitational Series. Na, ranked 33rd in the world, announced his resignation on social media. Na is believed to be the first player to resign for the PGA Tour because of the tour's position on players competing in the rival series. Here's today's top sounds.
Number 5.
Chris, we start with baseball where the Padres keep rolling against the Brewers of Milwaukee. Jake Cronenworth delivers a 2-run home run. The call on 97.3 FM.
1-1 pitch. Cronenworth skies one to deep right field. Taylor's back at the wall. He will leap. It's gonna go. A 2-run homer for Jake Cronenworth. And the Padres add on 4-0 here in the 5th.
Number 4.
In New York, what else is new? Aaron Judge at it again with a solo home run as the Yankees blank the Tigers. The call on the Yes Network.
That's driven deep to right field. There it goes. See ya. A leadoff home run. Aaron Judge. Number 21 in the Yankees lead. 1-0.
Number 3.
In Toronto, the Blue Jays have now won 9 of 11. Vladimir Guerrero goes deep, a 2-run homer, and the Blue Jays win over the Twins. The call on Sportsnet 590 The Fan.
3-1. Swinging a shot up the left field line, hooking into the corner and gone! Vladimir Guerrero Jr. has homered in back-to-back games. He's got his 12th of the season.
Number 2.
Meanwhile, a walk-off in Pittsburgh in a game between the Pirates and Diamondbacks. Jake Sawinski does the honors in the bottom of the 9th. The call on Sports Radio 93.7 The Fan.
Lansing sets. 3-2 pitch. Swinging a fly ball to right. Going back toward the wall. Looking up, and it is gone! Jack Sawinski has cleared the deck with a cannonball to beat the Diamondbacks. The rookie walks it off. Unbelievable!
Number 1.
And finally to the ice, for the Colorado Avalanche are 1 win away from their first appearance in the Stanley Cup Finals in 21 years. J.G. Comfer breaks the tie in the third period. The Avalanche go up 3-0 on the Oilers. The call on Altitude 92.5.
And Cogliano will play it off the wall. Bouchard in a foot race with J.T. Comfer. Comfer wins it. Comfer shoots. He shoots! Go J.T. Comfer! 8-7-7 goes now out of the box into the net. And the Avalanche have the lead back with 7:18 to go in the third period.
Ed Bankin with tonight's top sounds. NBA Finals continues Sunday night. Game 2, Celtics Warriors from San Francisco, 8 p.m. Eastern on ABC and ESPN Radio. Warriors' first home loss this postseason. They had been 9-0. As their record's potential went down. They were one shy of tying the consecutive home wins to start a playoffs in NBA history. So how did it happen? Warriors guard Klay Thompson.
I thought we got comfortable when we went up 15, including myself, our team, the fans. We've done it so many times, we probably expected we were just going to win, but then I reminded myself the playoffs are about being uncomfortable until you complete the mission. So it was a harsh reminder, but something we all needed to go through, including myself, and it's about how we respond tomorrow, which I am very excited for.
Well, Celtics 9 for 12 from three-point range in the fourth quarter. On Klay getting a little bit too comfortable. Most three-pointers allowed in a fourth quarter in finals history. Draymond Green says that is not going to happen again.
The percentages. They shouldn't shoot like that again. You have to trust that. You have to trust your game plan and ultimately understand what your game plan is, what you're willing to allow to beat you. You're not going to pick Jason Tatum shooting those shots. You're not going to pick Jaylen Brown shooting those shots. Someone has to beat you. In an NBA game, you can't stop everything.
Draymond Green With ESPN Radio, you can hear the full-length conversation with Draymond Green on NBA Countdown, 7 p.m. Eastern on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app, ahead of tip-off time at 8 p.m. Eastern on